Hey guys, today we are sharing how we paid an extra $1,000 to upgrade to a bedroom. Was it worth it?
Recently, we had a trip we were taking on Amtrak, and we were originally going to get a roomette, and then we said, let's see if we can upgrade this to a bedroom, and the price to do so was $1,000. It wasn't cheap, but it wasn't so much that we didn't want to do it, so we did try to do it, and we got a bedroom. And what we're going to do today is tell you whether it was worth that $1,000 upgrade and whether it's something you should be considering as well.
Now, before we tell you our thoughts, let me go ahead and show you what the bedroom looks like. One of the best features, I think, of the bedroom is that you not only have windows on this side, which you can sit here with the seats, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but at the door, you actually can see out the window right there. So that's really cool. And I do like your lock here. Make sure that you flip the one down and then the other one over. Then you've got your own sink here in the room and your mirror right here, and you've got light switches here on and off, and there's actually 2 outlets here, but as you know, we've got our travel buddy here, so I've got, what do I have, 1 2 3 4 things plugged in there, and I have one more spot which I'm not currently using, but we are charging things right there. So that's your whole vanity area here and the sink, and then there are towels down here and a trash can right here, and then in here is just some extras like soap and extra toilet paper. And that's a bonus because we do have a bathroom in here. So this is one of the seats here, and this seat folds up and turns up against the wall so that it's out of the way, so you can go to the bathroom easily in the night. You can also leave it there because the bathroom door still opens and does clear it. As you can see, you can leave it there and see there's still clearance for the bathroom door if you don't want to fold that up. You've also got the big couch or like double seats here. Look at how big those are. It's actually enormous. I'm sleeping down here and I actually feel bad because it's really, really big compared to Rob's space upstairs. And here is the closet. This is where we're keeping our blankets and pillows during the day. And then here, we've got an outlet here, but I found it challenging that it wasn't holding our plugs, so it was just falling out. So that's how come I put it at the vanity. And then we've got temperature control here. You can make it a little cooler or warmer. It just kind of closes the vents off a little bit. It doesn't control a ton, but it will change the room temperature just a little bit. And then we've got a light right there, so that's good. And then on this side, you have your attendant button here. Ooh, it's a little bright from the sun. And we've got our ceiling light and a night light. You can just flip this button and it will control that. And then here, do not forget, like I did last night when I came in, to turn this to 0 and volume all the way down so that you don't hear the announcements in the first thing in the morning. That's what woke me up this morning when we got to Tucson, was the announcement. So I quickly flipped that and that is now off. And then there's another night light here. And then there's the tray here where you can pull this out and you can have lunch right here, or dinner, or breakfast, or you can use it as a regular table. And then we've also got, get that in there, and then we've also got this area here. You've got a night light, or a reading light, I should say, right here as well. And then there's this nice shelf here. Right now we're storing some snacks, which we don't really need because they give you so much food on this train, you don't even need snacks. And then we've got our jackets up here too, just bundled up. We are in January headed to Chicago, so it is going to be a little bit nippy when we get there. This is Rob's bed here. Let's see if we can get to it. Now, during the daytime, my mattress is stored up here. So this is the big old mattress. This is the width. Look at how big that is. It's almost as big as Rob's bed is long. So that's this, and this bed goes all the way from there to here, and then as you can see, there's a little bit of space right there. So it doesn't go all the way to the window. So it's a little bit shorter than it would normally be. So that's up there. And then also the ladder is stored up here as well. That goes out and to the ground. So that's that. We'll put that up. So that's basically what the room looks like during the daytime. Okay, so we're going to take a look at this bathroom real quick. Right here, it is a commode and a shower all in one. And this curtain, you pull that across and it snaps actually into the side here. You see those little snaps all the way down. Now, if you're thinking toilet paper is going to get wet while you're showering, it is not, because they have this little flap plexiglass kind of door here that covers up the toilet paper, which is right up here. And then you've got your shower head right there, and towels are stored there. So they do suggest that you sit to shower in here, because you could fall over very easily, but there is also a bar that you can hold on to if you need that. And you can always just go downstairs if you feel like this might not work out for you. You could use the bigger shower downstairs where the other restrooms are as well. So you can always use some of the other amenities that are on the train. You don't have to only use what's in your room.
Beds are made up. Time to crawl up there and show you around a little bit. First thing though is, how do we get up there? We have this ladder. And that differs from the roomette, that there's an actual ladder instead of stairs that you step on. So because of the skinniness of the room here, the ladder does have to go on this end, which is by the window, which means your head has to go on the other end by the door, or you'll have a really hard time getting out. So we're gonna go in head first like you would do, go up the ladder, and this is what it looks like up here. So there is a little bit more room, I will say. Got a light up here, let me turn that on. There's a little bit more room above the head, which is really nice, because in the roomette it is very, very tight. You feel like you almost can't even flip over at all. Another thing that you might be interested to see is that this mattress is quite a bit thicker. So I noticed that the mattress was quite a bit more comfortable. You have more space. Those are some pretty good upgrades from the roomette. Now, having more space up here means the person below has a little bit less space, but their bed is wider, so they do have that going for them. The thing that I really do miss though from the roomette is that there is no like bag or pouch up here to hold your glasses anywhere. So there's just really, all you have is that light. There's nothing on the wall over here. So to make up for that, I'm gonna have to back up here and show you. I have all my stuff hanging in this white bag right here, and I have some snacks on this luggage rack over here too. But those are kind of inconvenient to get to in the middle of the night, and I will say that getting down this ladder is a little bit tougher than getting down the stairs in the roomette that are just kind of stationary and built into the room. This is a little bit thinner, so it's a little bit harder to get down. But overall, it's a good trade because you have a lot more room to sleep and move around, and you hit your head a lot less often than in the roomette. That's the one thing I wish we had, was a little bag up here, but overall, this is, for being on the top bunk, this is definitely the way to go. So I'm gonna have Allie show you what is different with the lower berth now, and she's gonna show you around.
Okay, hey, we're gonna go down here. So as I told you earlier, look at how big this is. Woo! It goes on, it seems like forever. It's bigger than a twin size bed for sure. As far as the width, the length is probably about the same. But keep in mind too that the nice thing is you've got the bathroom in here at night, so you don't have to leave the room to go to the restroom at night, because it's going to be really hard to do with this tiny little space. I basically can, I mean, you have to squeeze through there, but I can get my leg through. I can walk through if I'm facing the vanity. You can walk through and get out of the room if you had to for some reason while the bed is made, but pretty comfortable down here. And as Rob said, there's a little less headroom here, so I do And as you know, I'm not very tall. I'm 5'4". So my head basically, I have a bun in my hair right now. So it's basically being pushed back like this when I'm underneath here. While when I'm in the roomette, I can sit up with my hair in my bun like this at night and not have any trouble at all. So there's a little bit less room, like he said, down here, and he's got a little bit more up there, which is nice for him up there to have a little bit more space so that he doesn't constantly hit his head while he's up there. So that's kind of the setup for nighttime.
So now that you've seen the room that we got for our extra $1,000 over the roomette, we're going to give you our thoughts on whether that was worth it or not. And we don't think it was worth it. We don't think it was something that was worth the extra $1,000 for several reasons. The first one was one that affected me quite a bit, and that is that in a bedroom, one of you still needs to sleep up top. You would think that when you pay all this extra money, you're both going to be sleeping on the bottom level. No one will have to climb upstairs and climb down in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, but not the case. The lower bed in a bedroom is still not really big enough for two people.
Yeah, I think that is the biggest misconception. You saw the tour and you saw the bed, and it does look bigger than a regular roomette bed, but it's still only about the size of a regular twin bed. So do you want to sleep with another full-grown adult in a twin bed? Probably not. It'll be pretty uncomfortable, because the thing is, the person sleeping up against the side is still going to have to climb over the person on the other side. So this isn't like, you can just kind of crawl over the footbed or something. You have to actually go over the person, and it's a really tight space once that bed is actually folded out too. That room is so tiny once that bottom bed is out. You actually can barely get out of the room.
Yeah, it looks like, because you always see the pictures of the bed not made up, that once the bed is made up, the room space just like evaporates, and there's nowhere to go. So even when you're coming down in the night to go to the bathroom, you really have nowhere to even walk around on there. So it's really just not much of an advantage, because you still have one person sleeping up top. The second thing is the views are going to be the same. If you have a roomette on the top level, it's the same views out of a bedroom, so you're really getting no real upgrade there.
Yeah, we talk about that in a bedroom, you do have views. There is a window on the door out of the room, and if you have the curtain open, you can see out the window in the hallway, but it's not your window. People are walking by there, and if you have your curtain open, they're just going to look right into your room, and your view is going to be obstructed. So it's not really your view from the bedroom. You really only have the one set of windows, just like you would in a roomette.
The next thing is that the meals are the same. So this is not like going from coach class on an airplane to business class or first class, where there's a different level of service between the roomette and the bedroom. It's all the same. You're in the same car, in the same dining car, same exact meals. There's no difference whatsoever to that. So again, not a good reason to upgrade.
Exactly. No difference there whatsoever. As a matter of fact, you're sitting next to each other in the dining car. You're sitting with people who are in a bedroom in the dining car. You're sitting in the same exact place and having the same exact meal, ordering from the same exact menu.
Next thing was, we thought that the bathroom inside the bedroom was not big enough. These train cars were designed many, many, many years ago. People were much smaller back then. And for a lot of people, the bathroom that is inside the bedroom is just too small, and they end up using the public restrooms anyway. Also, the shower is a wet shower, so if you use the shower, it's going to get the entire bathroom wet, and then you have to deal with that. So it kind of sounds like, well, you're getting your own bathroom and your own shower, but in reality, a lot of people don't end up using them at all.
Yeah, that's really, I think, the biggest trick here for people is you read the description on the Amtrak website and you're like, ooh, I get my own shower and bathroom in this room. It sounds amazing. Let's do it. But when it really comes down to it, realistically, that bathroom, shower, wet shower combo is really like a coat closet. It's really quite small. Oftentimes you just have to back up into it. And when you're taking a shower, you kind of have to keep your arms in order to, so you're just kind of, you know, showering like a T-Rex kind of thing. Makes it kind of complicated. So honestly, we ended up using the regular shower downstairs with everybody else, which, guys, really not a lot of people use them anyways. So it's not like it's going to be a big crowded space. So you're really not losing out on anything there.
Yeah, and that shower is really nice. It is spacious, and it's almost always available, like I said. Next one is that in the bedroom, you would think that you would both be facing forward when you're traveling during the day, but the way they usually have the train cars set up, only the seat is facing forward and the couch is facing backwards. So, you know, when we're in a roomette, we're facing each other, obviously, and only one of us can see looking forward, which I think is much better than looking backward. And I thought, well, if we get the bedroom, then maybe we'll both be able to be looking forward the whole time. Not the case. The couch was facing backward and the little chair facing forward, so still only one person facing forward, which was kind of a pretty big disappointment, which really brought it down to, what are you actually getting for the $1,000? You're actually just getting some more floor space during the day that I don't think we really needed, per se.
Yeah, I think that, and, you know, when you were talking about the seats facing, you know, you're still both facing each other. You're not sitting next to each other facing forward. There's also the complication with the beds as well, because of the way you sleep in a bedroom as opposed to in a roomette. You're laying this way and the train is either going forward or backward. In a bedroom, you're lying this way and the train is going this way or that way. So there's actually a better chance of you possibly rolling out of the bed, as opposed to when you're sleeping this way, you're just kind of moving around, jostling around a little bit this way. But if you're lying this way in the direction of travel of the train, it kind of makes it a little bit more complicated too, right?
Yeah, I do think it is easier to sleep in a roomette than in a bedroom. And so, you know, that's the other reason that we do think we'll primarily be traveling in roomettes, because it is a lot of money. It's $1,000. You know, all the different trains are different prices, but the one we were doing was $1,000. And at the end of the day, we did it. We really enjoyed it. We just don't think it was worth the upgrade over the roomette, and that's primarily because we love the roomettes. Now, they are small, and you do have to understand what you're getting into, but we're totally used to that. And if we can have that experience and just save $1,000, to us, that's worth it.
Yeah, and I think, you know, a little trick here off of all of this, we talked about earlier, you know, one of the things we mentioned was about both people being able to sleep on the bottom. There's not really any instances on any of the rooms where that can happen unless you get two roomettes. And, you know, sometimes you can get them for pretty close to the price that you're paying for a bedroom. If, you know, you're using your companion coupons or buy one get one or anything like that, you could get pretty close. If you both wanted to sleep on the bottom, you get rooms across from each other and you can enjoy the train ride that way as well too. So that's just kind of a little trick that we use sometimes if people are interested in both sleeping on the bottom.
Yeah, so guys, let us know what you think. If you think you've seen the rooms here, you saw the bedroom, you saw the roomette, let us know if you think it's worth that $1,000 upgrade that it was on our trip. If you would have done it, let us know. If you like the video, please give us a like, subscribe if you have not, and we will see you on the next video.